So we've done areas and volumes. There's one last thing we need to cover to finish it off. And then tomorrow we'll get to take a quiz on it.
Oh, now it's tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Open note quiz?
Yes, it'll be open note, open books.
Good, because I'm going to be there.
Look at all the formulas.
Yes. What we're going to look at today is these things. Anybody get past my horrible artwork and figure out what that's supposed to be? A sphere. Very good.
Sphere.
When we're dealing with a sphere, we don't have to worry about bases because there is no base. And we don't have to worry about lateral area because there isn't a lateral area because there are no bases. So we're dealing with a sphere. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. The surface area of a sphere is simply 4 times pi times the radius squared. So let's say that this sphere has a radius of 6 inches. Let's find its volume. So 4/3 times pi times 6 to the 3rd power. Now on your calculator, the easiest way to enter this is just 4 divided by 3 times pi times 6 to the 3rd power. 904.32. And that is inches cubed. That's the volume. How about for the surface area? Well, it's just going to be 4 times pi times 6 squared, which is going to be, what, 452.16 approximately? Inches squared. Is that what we come up with? Yes, no, nobody cares. Okay. Okay. So now that we've covered that, that's pretty simple. We need to have a let's take a look at something like this. Say it's like a silo with a half sphere roof on it. Let's say this is 10 feet here, 20 feet tall. I want to find volume and surface area. Let's do the volume first. So first thing we have to do for volume is find the volume of the cylinder first. We're going to do the cylinder first.
Is that considered a right cylinder?
Yes, it's considered a right circular cylinder, yes. And I probably butchered the spelling there. I don't care. Anyway, first thing we have to find is the area of the base, which is the area of a circle, which is going to be pi times what? 5 squared, which is going to be 78.5 feet square, square feet. What do we do with that? To find the volume,
So that area
area of the base, that's the area of the circle and bottom. So to find the volume, we take the area of the base times the height of 20 feet, which is going to be 1,570 cubic feet, correct? Okay. Well, now we need the volume of the half sphere. To do that, just like finding a half circle, we find the whole sphere. Its volume is going to be 4/3 times pi times, what's the radius going to be? 5 feet. So 5 cubed. So 4 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 5 cubed. 523.33. Divided by 2 because it's only half a sphere. Give us a volume of 261.67. So we got 67.13, because it's only half a sphere. So it gives us a volume of 1,831.67 cubic feet. Yes, it's only half a sphere sitting on top of the thing. So we have to divide by 2. Surface area. Well, we've still got the area of our base. Yeah, I added the cylinder volume to the half sphere volume. For the surface area, we already have the area of the base. We need to know the lateral area. To do the lateral area, the first thing we need is the perimeter of the base, which is just going to be pi times 10, so 31.4 feet. It's the circumference of the circle. So the lateral area is the perimeter of that base, 31.4 feet, times the height, which is 20 feet, which will give us 628 square feet of lateral area. So for the surface area of the cylinder, normally it'd be the 2 bases plus the lateral area, but here, do we need the top base? No, that's being covered by the sphere, right? So if we're looking at surface area, we've got the bottom here and we've got the lateral area, but we don't need the top base. So we only need the 78.5 and the 628. What do you need? You look confused. You got it? You look confused over there. Oh, the formula? Yeah, this is lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. And this is the pi times diameter for the perimeter of the base. And so on. So we've got, this is the base, this is the bottom. This is the lateral area, that's the sides of the cylinder. So now all we need is the half sphere. So for the half sphere, we need to find the whole sphere first, which is just going to be 4 times pi times the radius squared. So that should come up to be 314, correct? Square feet. That's a whole sphere. We need to divide that in half, which is going to be 157. So 863.5 square feet is what I'm getting for the surface area. That's the perimeter of the base, yes. That's pi times diameter.
So what's
the 20?
No, that other formula just underneath it.
This here, perimeter of the base times the height.
Yeah, what's that?
That's the perimeter of the base, that's the height.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what do you mean by bottom side?
Well, here, normally when you do the surface area of a cylinder, you have the area of the base, and then the other area of the base is the top, and then you have the lateral area. Well, here we don't need the top, because the top is covered, so that's not part of our surface area. So we need the area of one base, which is the bottom, and then the lateral area is the sides. So that's all I was doing there, was labeling. This is the bottom, which is just the area of one of the bases, and then the lateral area gives us the sides of the cylinder. Then we still needed the roof, which was the 157 from the half sphere.
So then you have to find the surface area, half sphere.
Yep, you found the surface area of the whole sphere was 314. We divided by 2 to get 157 for half a sphere. I know I went through that one kind of quickly, didn't I? Well, the good news is there's nothing else really new that we're going to go over. In your book on page 641 to 642, there's 1 through 11. I'll have you do the odds. There will be a quiz tomorrow.
on that page 63 is the lateral area of everything?
Yep, the 863 is the whole surface area of the whole thing.
Surface area.
Yep. See, it's Monday, which means I got the next hour off yet. Starting next week, I have a class after this one, but for right now, I still got the next hour off.